Kyle Reed asks, if Lizzie had a successful business, what would you do to support and encourage her?
So, self-awareness is important. I will say this is gonna be really interesting to see how everybody handles this answer. As long as Lizzie's business was smaller than mine, I would, don't forget, I say the following, and I say it all the time. I wanna build the biggest building in town. I'm obsessed with it. I wanna do that by building the biggest building in town. And I have no interest in tearing down anybody else's business. I would 100% struggle if Lizzie ran a business and it was financially more successful than mine. It would absolutely cripple me. Just the truth. And so the question becomes, I would help it with all my heart and soul, but God forbid I even felt any indication that it was about to pass whatever I was up to, I would pull out of there and then start undermining it in weird ways to make sure that wouldn't happen. This is tough, right? I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, and listen, I married Lizzie because I knew what I was looking for in a partner, in a spouse. Like, but people change. I don't think Lizzie, maybe I didn't even realize how insanely workaholic it would become. I mean, I thought I was working a lot before, so things change. It's interesting though. I will say this, and this really is an interesting part of the whole thing. Even I'm fascinated by it. There's a part of me that's sad about what I'm about to say. I would be way better about it today than I would have been 5 years ago. I can feel it. And it scares me to think what I'd be willing to do maybe even 10 or 15 years from now. I feel like it's like a competitive softening, and I think it's true. At least with Lizzie. Not for any of these guys. Like I'd kill Stefan, like physically dead. You know, like, you know. That's the truth. I would do, as long as I felt that it was not gonna be as big as my businesses, I would give her anything in the world, period. But there's a very dark competitive side to me when it comes to business. And I have friends who have much more successful businesses, and it's stunning to me how happy I am for them. Like, I wouldn't have thought that 20 years ago, but it doesn't mean that I don't think about every day beating them and I want it badly. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that with a spouse, though. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for in a partner, really. I was looking for somebody who really was the CEO of our family, who could, somebody that I didn't feel like I compete with everybody in the world. Do you know what kind of comfort zone my wife is for me? Like, I compete with everybody in the world. She's my teammate. I don't want to be forced by my own craziness to compete with her. So that's what would happen. Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah, real talk. The show got real. Like, I'm very self-aware enough to know that's not going to be the most politically correct answer. But I take a lot of pride in that this show has forced me to tell truths all the way through. And I secretly hope nobody in my family will ever watch that answer. No, I think everybody, you know what? I don't know if I would have answered this question in episode 20. You know, I think I would have dodged it maybe. I'm going real raw now. I would have danced a little bit more. I just feel at this point, this collective audience, this could be your first episode, but this collective audience is starting to really understand who I am, and that's just the truth. I wonder, as I say it out loud, I probably would have answered it. Let the chips fall. The truth is just always the best spot.